What's up, guys? Jeff here with Godbold Exotics. I wanted to do a episode on something that I haven't done before. Now, this is kind of like my version of something that I've made. There are a lot of rain chambers out there that are actually professionally made for, for misting your animals and whatnot. But I kind of took a kind of a cage that I made. It's actually flipped on its side. So this is the front end. So this actually has a cutout from one of the sliding converter kits that Specialty Enclosure Designs makes. So anyway, I flipped it on its side, took the top off, and I've got these perches that are just, mounted in here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna demonstrate why it's important to get your animals in some type of a rain chamber, at least the ones that are rainforest dwelling animals. Now, I'm learning. I don't have a ton of experience with emerald tree boas, specifically caninus, but I have been keeping them for about a year, and I ran into a few issues with not misting my animals. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that, and I thought it'd be kind of like a fun little episode. I think it's really important, and it's not something that I've been preaching for a long time. It's just something that I got on board a few months ago after talking with some guys that have been keeping emerald tree boas longer than I have. And I think with any species, it's really important for you to reach out to the guys that have been doing it longer, because, complacency is kind of an enemy to you if you're going to keep animals, and probably any aspect in life, really. If you get complacent, you're not going to grow, you're not going to learn, and you're going to make mistakes. And unfortunately, when you're dealing with wild animals, they're the ones that pay the price whenever you're doing that. So I've got a couple smaller animals here. Now, these perches, yes, they are large, and they're too big for these animals to be in all the time. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to put them on these perches, and I'm going to mist them and see if we can get a bowel movement out of them, if we're lucky. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we'll see. Come on, dude. Get off there. With emerald tree boas, it's really important. Their metabolic rate is so slow that you want to mist these guys to get their system moving. So they're just going to sit on a perch, and they typically are not going to be burning too many calories because they don't really move much. So the waste from the rodents that they eat, it sits there and it backs up, and then you can run into issues with prolapses and a lot of other things that they have to pass that out. Just like us as people, it doesn't feel good when you're constipated. I know that's probably a little TMI, but that's the truth. So these animals, it's the same thing. Now, it's kind of far away. I'll try and maneuver this so that you guys can see a little bit better, but I'm just taking this and I'm just misting it here. I'm hoping that they will move. They may not, but let's see here. I have to keep pumping this thing. I probably should have used the actual garden hose, but see if I can get these guys moving a little bit. This might be a really boring episode. It was kind of something I just thought of doing, but let me see if I can. Come on. They're kind of on guard right now. Let me see if I can bring this a little bit closer. At least spark some type of movement. All right, guys, so that's didn't go exactly how I planned. I actually had to put them in a smaller tub to get them to go. Maybe the perches were too large. I don't know what it was, but anyway, I put them in a small tub with no perches and just kept misting them, and obviously they eventually went. So really, I think it's important. The silver lining here is to make sure that you if you're working with emerald tree boas specifically, or even Amazons or a few other of the rainforest dwelling animals, it's really important to take those animals and to mist them and to get their system kind of sparked, get some movement going, because that will help them to burn calories, and ultimately that's what's going to move the food through their body. So maybe once or twice a week, it's good to take these guys out, mist them, or you can do it in their cage. Some people do it with an automated misting system. I don't have an automated misting system set up in my cages. I've been thinking about maybe doing that, but anyway, that might be something I do in the future, but I know a lot of folks do it in the cages. I typically do it in the cages, but I wanted to show you guys, and I was trying to get something that was a little bit more, I guess it was easier for you guys to see it, but just didn't happen. But anyway, these guys have gone to the bathroom, and I'm excited that they went. Got a male and a female pair here, captive born and bred, and you know, they are happier whenever they are getting to, and I'm getting mussed right now by one of them, but they do better whenever they are being misted every week. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Emerald tree boas, they rock. I love them, and they are just very, very cool animals. All right, take care. Really appreciate everybody's support and all the feedback I've gotten thus far. Keep tuning in, and we'll be at you guys again next week. You have been watching Godbold Exotics. Peace, guys. Bye.